Yeah, well, so going back to what we were talking about at the beginning about, like, well, so actually maybe I didn't say this, but I thought it. You're just not, you don't speak ESP
I
yet?
don't speak no. I don't
Okay.
speak your thoughts.
Okay, well, what I meant to say is that the thing about being a backing musician is that you can be sort of invisible. You know, that can happen on stage or off the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can sort of be watching the show. Like I remember playing in Key West with this blues player. Just a quick story, and we're breaking it down, playing the shuffle, not doing the freak out mode, quiet shuffle, and he walks out into the audience and he's playing this killer harmonica solo and he's walking around talking to people, sits at the bar, orders a drink. Plays that's his show, right? And we're back there just do. So we're not in the show at that point. Like he's the shows, but we're watching the show. So backing musicians can sort of be invisible and watch the show. But with the three piece, no, you can't, right?
Yeah, see, that's another thing. Like I had been the center of, or a big feature in Toxic Popsicle. I was the singer, at least, even though we had two crazy drummers that really were a big part of the show. I was used to being like looked at. So it was, I held on to that in Benfolds 5. Not only was it a three-piece, but I still sort of felt accountable for a lot of performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to dance around, and it was just fun too. But yeah, the thing was the big thing with me was not having the responsibility to write everything, so I could interpret what Ben wrote and put my spin on it, and I really, really enjoyed that. And that took a lot of inspiration from like Will Lee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would watch the Letterman band.
The world's most dangerous band.
Yeah, the Paul Schaefer band. And I would watch it, and Will would be up there grooving and dancing and having a good time.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, and he'd be putting his own sort of take on stuff. And I'm like, okay, I can see how to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, because that, I mean, bass players can go in either direction. They can either just lay back and be invisible with the drummer, right? And just, it's me and you, drummer. We're we got it. Or they're sort of the bridge between the rhythm and like the front people. I think a lot of times.
I mean, and I don't think in his case or in my case, since me and him are so close, and I'm just like him now. No, like I think he has a natural inclination to be really visible, and I think back then I was like that too. Okay,
so. We're back with Robert from the commercial break. So we're going to play this game that I came up with called Squirrel. Okay, and these are all the random things that I wanted to ask you. Okay.
Okay.
So I know that you've been watching some World War II movies, documentaries. So what do you think is the most important year of World War II?
Well, for America, in the Pacific, it was 1943 when we won Midway.
Yeah.
We won the Battle of Midway. And of course, for the Europe, it was 44 when we landed.
Okay, so
in Normandy. Hold on, did we land in Normandy in 44?
So now you're going to show my ignorance of the Second World
we
War.
landed at Normandy in 44, but we had been in Africa before that, right?
Yeah.
Africa and in Italy. I don't really know.
So I'm going to go with 1943.
Yeah, 1943.
Okay. What is your favorite superhero?
Oh, man.
And I'm going to need 3 superheroes, so just go ahead and just...
I only know them from the movies now.
That's all right.
I wasn't a big comic book guy. My favorite superhero, Star-Lord, maybe.
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord.
Okay, Star-Lord. All right.
Yeah, it's a Chris Pratt's character.
Okay.
In Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's a super... It would be Thor. Star-Lord. Thor was always my favorite,
Thor's killer, yeah, the hammer. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And one more.
Spider-Man.
Okay. Least favorite color?
I hate to say it, man, for all those purple lovers out there, but it always confuses me. Purple does.
Purple confuses you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, man? Why aren't you just red or blue? What's wrong?
What's up? Yeah. What's with the combination?
I know, but like purple works so good on so many people, and it's usually, it's a royal color, right?
Exactly. It is the color of royalty. You're right.
I mean, and it looked pretty good on Prince. I mean,
yeah.
It was like his color, and So,
Okay, I love the ocean. I hope you do too. What is
Yeah.
your favorite large sea animal?
well, when I was a kid, the manta ray was my favorite large sea animal. But
Okay. Oh, okay.
but now the
Changing
sperm whale is hands down my favorite animal outside of my own dog. I love my dog.
it. Do you like my dog?
Yes, I like your
Yeah.
dog too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like most dogs that I know. Let's just say.
Yeah.
But outside of that, sperm whales are the most ridiculously awesome animal.
Yeah.
You know that they can click at like over 200 decibels.
That's amazing.
They will literally vibrate. They could kill you if they were right in front of
They
you.
want to go.
And they
however
were
do.
communicating, like they
Yeah.
will heat your body up. Free divers say that they have felt their bodies starting to get overheated
Oh my God.
by the friction caused by the sound waves going into their body. They can definitely burst your eardrums
Yeah. God.
with those click sounds that they make. And it's their. They also say that their language is potentially more complicated than ours.
That I believe, yeah, because we don't talk so good.
They once they slow the clicks down, they realize that there's all kinds of variations inside the clicks.
Oh wow! So it's
Like
just,
you might just hear click,
right,
but really what's happening is
right.
you know what I mean?
Um,
And they can do that over 200 miles or more.
that's how they're talking, right?
Yeah.
Think about what's the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of an airplane part of an airplane.
The propeller?
That's the first thing. That's your answer.
Yeah.
You can't have a second first thing.
Can't take
Robert.
that back.
No.
Okay.
All right. Favorite dessert?
Oh, that's tough.
And preferably a dessert there's like multiple pieces of it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
I mean, I'm thinking
cookies
of like a blueberry crumble or blackberry crumble a la mode.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
from Elmo's,
Yeah.
no
yeah.
longer with us,
I know. R.I.P. Blackberry crumble, blackberry crumble.
Yeah,
All right.
with a la mode with ice cream on it.
Okay. Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna read you a story. Okay.
Okay.
And based on squirrel. All right. And
Okay.
this may sound familiar. Once upon a time in 1943, Star-Lord, Thor, Spider-Man, and Robert Sledge were driving back from Alabama. They missed their exit and needed to double back. After turning the truck around, which they called the Purple Fella, Thor yelled, "Sperm whale!" And before they knew it, the truck hit something. They stopped, they got out, and they saw that the propeller was pushed in, rubbing the front tire and damaging the radiator. There was radiator fluid and blackberry crumble a la mode all over the place. Star-Lord, Thor, Spider-Man, and Robert went to a payphone to call a state trooper. The trooper called another trooper who does taxidermy. On the way back from the phone, they found the sperm whale in the median. It was one of the most beautiful animals Robert had ever seen.
Oh.
You can never get this close to a live sperm whale, he thought. They pulled the airplane propeller out, and they went home. Over the next 200,000 more miles, they could never stop the Purple Fella's radiator from leaking, even after multiple fixes.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Do you want me to say why?
I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we played Ben Folds 5 early on. Played a show at the Jefferson Theater in Charlottesville, Virginia, with Shannon Worrell. And on the way home, we hit a bear. A bear ran across the road. They told us later, it's like their old tracks. Just like deer will have tracks that they use year after year.
Game trails or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
The game trail. That's right. And so the bear had been using that trail for the bear plural had been using that trail for a long time. And just, wrong place at the wrong time. We ran into it. Darren screamed, "Bear!" And then next thing you know, we hit a bear. It was really sad, you know. But so that was super, super strange night. I think we got home at like 5 a.m.
And what was the first part of that? You said that there was a picture of taking a Ben, which is an iconic picture.
Yeah, it's actually this great picture from a photo shoot from the first posters from the first record. a picture of Ben's Converse One Star shoe up in the air, and then in the background you can see his body slamming into his forearm, slamming into the piano keys, and that was taken that night. You know, he dives in the air, and we end the last song with his forearm against the piano,
crushing the bone in his no.
Yeah. But there was a photographer hired by the record label who took that photo. The great picture. You know, and a few hours later we hit a bear.
Yeah, sugared shit. That's what we call it, sugared shit.
Yeah, super weird night.
Yeah, and that's why I'm wearing my hemp All Stars, because you told me that story.
Yeah.
But you got some sponsorship out of that too, right?
That's right. We at least we got to deal with Converse out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that was like Converse was giving shoes to a lot of sort of indie rock bands, because a lot of people were wearing their shoes, and
Chucks.
We were like, we had their shoe in our poster, you know. So
yeah, what
we
better?
Had a pick of Converse shoes for the next year.
I love Converse. I mean, it's a fashion statement when I wear them because they kill my feet. They're so flat. I mean, I don't know how people play basketball. That was the basketball shoe.
Right.
How could you play basketball in that flat shoe?
It had to be Pete Maravich or something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you had to be named Lou Alcindor or Pete Maravich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chuck Taylor.
That's right. You had to be good with the granny shot.
Right, that's right. Which is a kind of more of an accurate way to shoot a basketball.
Totally.
I mean,
but then you'd be laughed off the court these days. Can you imagine? But you'd be 100% from the free throw line.
I think it's going to come back because the sweatbands are coming back. The dudes now the shorts are coming back up. Right. You know what I mean? Pretty soon we're going to be doing the granny shot. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, it's been great.
Hey, man.
We're running up on time.
Thanks, Evans, man.
Of course, man. Yeah, thank you.
I really enjoyed it. I hope that I hope that you get some nuggets out of this.
We will.
Yeah.
Get some nuggets.
Yeah.